Well, hello again and welcome to another Hyperion morning. Happy Monday, everybody. I know it's tough. It's a Monday. What can you do? Hopefully, it's a good one. Hopefully, you had a great weekend. I know it's been a few days since I've been here, but I'm back. We took a little break, took a little vacation, got out to the Walt Disney World Resort. Talk about that in a second. Thought about doing the show a couple times, but we were up a little late, waking up a little late. We decided not to do them while I was on vacation, but now I'm back, ready, raring to go, ready to start your week, and very, very excited to be here with you to do it. And again, welcome you to the week. Happy Monday, everybody. Again, I know Mondays are never great. It can be great, but it can be tough at times. But hopefully you get your week started the best way possible. Good morning, Marianne. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Happy to have you with us as always. Happy to have you with us as always. Thank you for coming along. So yes, as I mentioned, we were out at the Walt Disney World Resort. We got out there last Wednesday evening. Then we've been out there since yesterday early afternoon. We headed home. And we had some great times out there. We did Moonlight Magic out at Epcot, and that was a lot of fun. Spent some great times out at Fort Wilderness. We were staying in the cabins out at Fort Wilderness. Had a fantastic time there. Didn't do as many park days as we expected going into it because we really, really enjoyed our time at Fort Wilderness. We'll be talking a lot about that on next week's show. We're going to be recapping our entire trip. I guess this is a little shameless self-promotion early on. Please bear with me. But I think it'll be fun for us to talk about, and I think you'll be interested in some of our time, one at Moonlight Magic, but two, spending some days out at the Fort Wilderness Resort. So we'll tell you all about that. But we had a great time, really relaxing, really enjoyable, needed a good break, and we got a good break. And we're very happy that happened at this time. So yeah. A lot of good fun. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, it's National Day for something everywhere. Today is Cinco de Mayo, more of a global holiday, I guess. Although I think it's celebrated more in the United States than it is maybe every place else, to be honest with you. But yeah, today is Cinco de Mayo. So happy Cinco de Mayo to you. Maybe you watch a little Coco today. Maybe you go out to your favorite Mexican restaurant, whatever it might be. Enjoy today, responsibly, of course. But enjoy today. Yeah. So do you know what Cinco de Mayo is? A lot of people think that it's like Mexican Independence Day. It's not. It's not Mexican Independence Day, but it is a legitimate holiday. It is a holiday that celebrates a battle back in 1861 in the Franco-Mexican War. It was called the Battle of Puebla, where basically there were about 6,000 French troops going up against about 2,000 Mexican troops, and the Mexican troops held off the French in that battle. And it kind of is a day. It's kind of like our Alamo here in the United States. Kind of think of that, where a small group was able to hold off an army for an extended period of time. Yeah, that's kind of where this holiday comes from. And now we enjoy it with by celebrating some Mexican heritage and Mexican history. So yeah, get out to the Mexico Pavilion out at Epcot today. Great way to do it, but just wherever you might be, just enjoy it. But again, please, Cinco de Mayo especially, enjoy it responsibly for sure. What else is today? Well, today, this is something that's really, really important, especially going on nowadays, I think, or it's been going on for decades, centuries. But today's National Silence the Shame Day, which is about kind of shining a light on mental health across our country. And it is really an epidemic in our country that mental health is an issue. And it's really tough. That's part of the reason why we try and bring positivity here, is because, look, a lot of what you see on social media and everything does not help your mental health a lot. News, social media, it doesn't help your mental health. I'm not saying that we do, but we try and give you that little break. But it is a day to explore and help those in need. Because we all suffer from a little bit from some mental health issues in different ways to different degrees. We can all use a little boost. We can all use a little help. And it's a day to hey, say that if you're suffering, if you're struggling, it's okay. You do not need to be ashamed by it. Bring it out, ask for help. And if you are somebody, it's always good to check in on a friend, especially if you haven't heard from them in a while. check in on a friend and make sure they're doing okay, because you just never know what somebody's going through on a day-to-day basis. So today is a day to kind of bring that to the forefront. Great day for that. So yeah, great day. Please always do this. I try and do this every once in a while, just having people I know. Check in on a friend and make sure they're doing okay. It can just be a quick note, a quick call, whatever it might be. Today's a day, a perfect day to go out and do that for sure. What else are we talking about? Well, today is National Cartoonist Day, celebrating all those great cartoonists in the world. Some of our favorite cartoonists are some of the, of course, Disney animators throughout the years. But yeah, these talented people who bring some of these amazing movies, comic books, funny papers in the newspapers, if you still get a newspaper, any of those, any people who do some wonderful, amazing cartoons, whether they just be fun, whether they be saying a message. There are political cartoons that are great as well. Whoever it might be, today's the day to celebrate those amazing people that have such fantastic talent that I could never have. I really wish I could be a cartoonist, that I could draw and do some of the express the way they do. These people are fantastic, wonderful, amazing people. So celebrate them. Is also another talent that I will never have is National Astronaut Day, something that we celebrated a lot here on the space coast of Florida, where we live, because we see rockets go up all the time, usually unmanned, but every once in a while you get those amazing ships that are taking people up to the International Space Station or doing some other interesting scientific experiments out in space. But today's the day to celebrate so many of the amazing astronauts out there. Marianne, Hyperion in Spa. In Spa? I'm confused a little bit. I love a spa. I will tell you that. I love Hyperion in Spa. Or Hyperion in Space. Got it. Got it. Hyperion in Space. Sorry. Hyperion in Space. But I do love a spa too. I got it. I got it, Marianne. I got it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to point that out to you. I apologize. Hyperion in Space. Hyperion in a spa is more likely than Hyperion in Space, but we'll see. We'll see. Probably more likely Space 220. Hyperion in Space 220 is much more likely for us. But yes, I love it. Hyperion in Space. But I also like Hyperion in a spa. This would be a lot of fun as well. Anyway, yeah, National Astronaut Day. So these people are so brave and so amazing, and they do interesting experiments and fantastic things to explore what's beyond our world. So yeah, today's a day to celebrate with some astronauts, including Mickey and Pluto here. Also, today is National Hoagie Day. Hoagie Day, well, of course, hoagie, pretty much it's a term from a certain part of the country, mostly Philadelphia area, but it kind of around there. Hoagie is also a sub sandwich, or some people call it a grinder. Whatever, however, this kind of sandwich is just kind of like an Italian bun or Italian loaf of bread, or sometimes a French loaf of French bread, with, of course, meats, cheeses, vegetables, whatever you like on your grinder, your hoagie, your sub sandwich. Today's a day to enjoy with one. And I do like a good grinder, a good hoagie, a good sub sandwich anytime. But today is technically National Hoagie Day. Yeah. It's one of those foods that, depending on where you are in the country, they'll be calling it a different things. Yeah, that's interesting. And one of the other things is like Cokes or sodas. Some people go and they call it a soda. Some people call it a pop. Some people call it a Coke. And it could be any soda. They'll call it a Coke. It is interesting depending on where you are in the country and what you end up calling some of these dishes that you enjoy. This one, I always like the funny days. This one came up. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? It's Hug a Shed and Take a Selfie Day. Okay, why not? Hug a shed and take a selfie day. Apparently, it's a day to celebrate those amazing little tiny buildings that you have maybe on your property, that you store some fun stuff. Sometimes it's something that maybe is a hangout place for you. You've heard the term she shed. Yeah, it could be a man cave. It could be a she shed. It could be whatever. But yeah, today's a day to hug a shed and take a selfie. Okay, sure. Why not? There have been, I always love the fun, crazy days. There's always 100 days that for national days for something. This is one of my favorites, I think. What a funny, funny term. Hug a shed and take a selfie day. Hey, if it's your birthday today, a very happy birthday to you. It is May the 5th, 2025. May the 5th be with you. Or Revenge of the Fifth. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Uh, Here are some of the amazing people you celebrate your birthday with. How about great, great country singer? She stood by her man. Tammy Wynette would have been 83 today. We lost her back in 1998, unfortunately. She was born on this day in 1942. Of course, she was best known for her song Stand By Your Man. But she had 20 singles, 20 songs that topped the country charts throughout her career. She's a country music Hall of Famer. Great, great career for Tammy Wynette, especially in an industry where there were, to begin with, there were very few women that were doing a lot in country music. It was pretty much she and Loretta Lynn were kind of the ones that would, that classic country music sound. She were kind of the only ones. So she was definitely a groundbreaking artist in that industry for sure. How about Michael Palin? Yes, from Monty Python's Flying Circus. Michael Palin turns 82 today, born in this day in 1943. So many great things with Monty Python, of course. But he was also amazing in The Fish Called Wanda, favorite, one of the movies I really loved. He was knighted. He's actually technically Sir Michael Palin. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth in 2019. So yeah, Michael Palin, happy birthday to him. You may not recognize the person on the bottom left there, but if you grew up when I did, and MTV was a big thing for you, and some of the only news you received might have come from this guy, Kurt Loder. He turns 80 today, born on this day in 1945. Kurt Loder, he would break into between all those amazing music videos that I loved. I mean, MTV, where I would come home from school and MTV was on in my house. I loved MTV back in the 80s. And he was the guy that would bring you news and a lot of music news as well. He would break in between those and do that. He was also an editor for Rolling Stone magazine for a while there as well. So yeah, Kurt Loder, like I said, turned 80 today. Great Superman recently. Some would argue, well, I think Christopher Reeve is obviously the best Superman. But right there, Henry Cavill, he turns 42 today, born this day in 1983. He's also appeared in the Mission Impossible franchise of films. He played Sherlock Holmes in Enola Holmes, if you've seen any of those films as well. But you're going to really know him as Superman. He was also had a quick cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine not that long ago. But yeah, happy birthday to him. I know some people are upset that he's not continuing on as Superman, at least not for right now. Say what you want about some of the DC movies that were more recent. He did play a great Superman for sure. Finally, last but definitely not least, one of the greatest singers of our time for sure. Adele turns 37 today, born on this day in 1988. She's won 16 Grammy Awards during her career. She's also won an Academy Award. She won that for singing the title theme. It's a Bond theme for Skyfall. She's also won a Primetime Emmy. So some of the songs I love, Rolling in the Deep, Set Fire to the Rain. She's amazing, and she's done amazing things throughout her career, which is still going on and still fantastic. And she's amazing. So very happy birthday to them. Very happy birthday to her. A very happy birthday to them. And if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Back to the shameless self-promotion. Yes, we did have a new episode that dropped yesterday. Hopefully you've had a chance to listen to it. If not, it's there. It's ready for you to enjoy. We sat down with Frank and Jen from Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz, two of our favorite people in the entire planet, but especially in the Disney creator community. They're amazing. They recently had some trips to both Walt Disney World and Frank's first ever trip to Disneyland. So we talk about all that with them, especially Frank's impressions of Disneyland. But Jen had a Walt Disney World trip that she did with her family, and they had a little quick, like 24-hour trip that they did kind of together as well. So we discuss all of that, but it was just a fun conversation. Anytime we get a chance to sit down and talk with Frank and Jen. We enjoy it, and it is fun because again, they're just amazing people. They're great, great people, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So if you haven't listened to it yet, it's there. It's on all your podcatchers. Hopefully you'll get to hear it soon. And yes, we will also have a video version of that episode dropping maybe tomorrow, possibly Wednesday, but sometime within the next couple of days. That version will be coming out as well. And so hopefully after you've downloaded and maybe hopefully you've listened to the podcast. We always want you to listen to the podcast first. Then you can come and check us out on the video version of that episode as well, because it's enjoyable. It's fun. And we want you to subscribe. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want to boost up our numbers on our YouTube channel. And we have some of these video episodes out fairly regularly. We try and do some other things as well and put them out there occasionally. We're not the best people to videotape in the park because we like to enjoy our park time. So we don't do a lot of stuff in the parks, but we may have some things, including some explorations. Like when we first visited the cabins out of Fort Wilderness. If you haven't seen the new cabins, we get a video of that. You can check that out as well. And some things like that. We do those occasionally. So hopefully you'll check those out. But it's worth it. Just like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll know whenever we have a new video, including these live videos that we're trying to do many, many mornings. I used to try and promise every morning. Not going to promise every morning because we've had to miss some too many times, but as many as possible. I try and be here with you to share some positivity and, try and get your day started. What hopefully I think is the right way. Sorry about my hair. Again, need a haircut. Anyway. All right. Going to get out of here. Everybody, I know it's Monday, but it's going to be great anyway. You've got this. You're going to have a fantastic day. You're going to start the week with a great celebration, hopefully of Cinco de Mayo or Revenge of the 5th or however you want to celebrate today. It's your birthday again. Celebrate that. Whatever you got going on, it's good. We'll get through Monday no matter what you have happening. We'll be through the week and on to another weekend again before you know it. As I like to share every day, please, please, please keep on sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles. And of course, keep on sharing that positivity. I will be back tomorrow morning, I think, as far as I know, 6:30 a.m. ish. Again, you know me, ish. 6:30 a.m. ish to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody have a magical day. See you tomorrow. Bye.